Hi, this is Daniel. I'm going to be drawing something today, and I'll be showing you what I'm drawing. Yeah, this is going to be my 20-minute tribute, so some fan art. First fold the piece of paper into a square. Okay, so we have proper internet format that's ideal for Instagram and Facebook, I guess. Okay, so the thing is, I have 20 minutes to draw fan art in my ugly, really quick, sketchy style. This is the first film I'm ever making of myself drawing and talking about the process, so I don't know how it's going to come out. We'll see. If the camera is going to be shaking, it's because I'm going to be elbowing the tripod. Let's hope that that doesn't happen too often. Okay, so I was thinking of actually drawing a space marine. When I was a kid, going to high school, I had a whole space marine army. I don't know how this talking and drawing at the same time will work, because I'm actually quite crappy at doing both of these things at once. I want to go for something diagonal, something dynamic. So first, of course, I sketch everything out just to check if proportions work. I use a 2B Faber-Castell pencil. My favorite tool is the Staedtler Triplus Micro Pazer, but lately I try to do things with more traditional tools. Okay, this is terrible actually. Very wrong perspective with the legs. I'm not happy at all about the composition. Let's see if I can move everything. I have the idea of the Space Marine. I can see him in my head, I can see him proper, but what if we move him a bit? Oh, this is gonna be better. Okay, and now we can have that saw of his, that chainsword. Oh, that's how it was called, wasn't it? So I actually had an idea of drawing him sort of more seen from the top, but apparently before breakfast, before coffee, and my brain doesn't want to cooperate too much, apparently. Oh well. Okay. How to fit this arm in properly. The most important thing is to get the composition right. The worst thing is to sort of start concentrating on one little part of the drawing and then see after 5 or 10 minutes that it's totally off, and that's where the problems start, right? Okay, so let's see what we can do here. How the proper drawing starts. As a kid, I loved John Blanche's drawings. He always had all these details and incredible stuff happening there. Because of his illustrations that I really got into Warhammer 40,000. Since I'm bald, I like bald guys. This guy's gonna be bald. With Space Marines, I loved these giant collars that they had. These just absolute, I mean, all this armor, all this just stuff, which was just so absurd but looked so awesome always. You know, I was a kid from the 90s, so of course all those comics from the 90s with superheroes full of pouches and everything, and the more the cooler. First the character. Geez, Stormbolters. I haven't drawn a Stormbolter for such a long time. I don't know if I'll be able to remember how it looked like. So, I'm just gonna obscure it with some shooting effects or something. One, two, three, four. With sketching, the best thing is that you actually can sort of miss out on a lot of details, because the more perfect and defined a picture is, the less place for the reader or the watcher, thinking about a reader as I do comics, there's less place for them to actually use their imagination, and a lot more ground for them to just compare a picture to how things really look like, right? So I mean, here with this Stormbolter and everything, there's just a lot of scribbles and stuff like that. I should actually use a piece of paper to not smudge everything, since I start from the right side and I'm right-handed. Quite senseless. Oh, my cat Ballard is obscuring all the light. Don't know if you've seen him with the tripod's going to be shaking. That's Ballard, named after, of course, one of my favorite writers, especially if it goes about the short story stuff that J.G. Ballard did. We have a couple of cats actually. We have, actually not a couple, we have 3 cats. If you can hear some weird sounds in the background, that's Guy Debord, cat we brought in from the forest. We found her and I just fell in love with her. So we have Guy Debord. And we have Selma as well, somewhere. Give him a little bolter here, I guess. See that his legs are quite short anyway, so I'm going to have to do something about that. I have to make him a bit longer. This leg's longer, then I'm going to have to make that leg longer, and this arm's going to have to get longer as well. Getting everything dirty again. Okay, so go with the hand. Some kind of exhaust. Ballard, but you are getting in the way, but up. Say hi to everyone. Okay, let's get this sword a bit out there. Okay, that makes sense. Okay, so he's shooting. Okay, but what is he shooting at? We need some dead thing there. We need orcs. Why not give an orc here? Okay, that's better. Cat's going crazy. I love those checkered patterns everywhere, always, with the orcs and everything. Okay, let's go about this picture. I have like, what, 5 minutes still? Oh, this is his leg. So the orc over the background. Of course, the orc's a lot bigger than him. Absolutely unproportional, but big deal. This can be some kind of mega arc. Why not? Okay, I don't know what that's gonna be. Okay, and since I said I really love John Blanche's pictures, I need some cathedrals there in the background. With all those arches. Be obscure enough since it's in the background. There's a war, there's smoke everywhere probably and everything, right? So let's give some little land speeders there, just flying. Some little sketch that there's some kind of space marine there fighting in the background. It's gonna be really ugly. Just kind of ruin something, whatever. Okay, so we've got the basic picture, right? And yeah, I still have 3 minutes, so I guess I can still get along with the shading. I'm supposed to do this, not to get the picture dirty. Okay, so I really want to sort of get this main space marine properly into the picture. I don't want him to blend in with the background. And that's why a traditional 2B pencil is great, because I can sort of just press harder, quickly get some proper black lines. Practically tracing the whole picture once again, just adding on some bits and bobs to make it just more effective. Get the shadows right. When I see that I don't want to obscure every detail too much, but I also want to sort of give a feeling of a certain space. So he's not just this kind of flat character. Let's make something that looks like the soul would be kind of bloody. Okay. I've drawn a Space Marine for a decade probably. Okay, well, time's running out. Well, it would be senseless to just leave the picture unfinished. So I'm gonna sort of just, this isn't a 24-hour comic that I'm doing this just for the fun of drawing a Space Marine for the first time in a decade. So I'll continue. I can always add on some details when I'm... Okay, so now I sort of want to obscure the background so we feel that there's something happening, but so I sort of want to get that orc into the background, but I don't want to blend him in with the Space Marine, right? So I should sharpen the pencil because drawing is becoming complicated. Okay, so since we have that cathedral thing there, don't want to sharpen the pencil too much because soft pencils are great when they're actually quite blunted. Ah, I see, so you have those sort of kind of Space Marines there, so we feel that something's happening, but don't quite know what. Okay, this seems quite empty, so I have to do something with this. Without drawing too much attention to it. And I want to sort of keep this kind of strong diagonal here. I don't want to suddenly make it too horizontal, right? So, okay. Really want to get this space marine properly. Visible now. And when I'm doing this, all these grays in the background, I don't use one direction, right? I keep on moving this pencil around in quite a circular manner. That way I create this kind of very intricate web. Highlight him a bit more. Okay, and I guess slowly I can say that this is a finished sketch. It's not actually, if this would be a proper drawing, if I'd be doing this for some kind of cover or as a submission somewhere, I'd probably spend a couple of hours at least, if not a day or two. But if this is supposed to be a 20-minute sketch, and it's already a 25-minute sketch, I guess, then let's leave it at that, I guess. Okay, so it was nice drawing. If you have any ideas for another tribute fan art that I can make next week, I want to sort of be drawing something every week, once a week, to keep in shape, let me know in the comments. So thanks for watching. See ya.